Chapter 88. Poppy's Precious Plume. In the heart of the Enchanted Grove, where ancient trees whispered secrets and delicate wildflowers bloomed in a rainbow of colors, lived Poppy, a polite peacock with a plume of feathers, more enchanting than any in the realm. But Poppy wasn't only known for her vibrant appearance. She was celebrated throughout the Enchanted Grove for her impeccable manners and kindness. Every morning, Poppy would spread her magnificent tail feathers, and they gleamed like 1,000 gemstones. As she pranced along the meadows and through the moss-covered paths, her fellow creatures couldn't help but admire her beauty and grace. But what truly set Poppy apart was her kindness, which radiated from her like a warm, inviting glow. Poppy took her role as the grove's ambassador of politeness quite seriously. She would greet the woodland creatures with a cheerful good morning, and offer to help in any way she could. If someone lost their way, she'd guide them back to the path with a sweet smile. When others needed a shoulder to lean on, Poppy was there, lending a sympathetic ear and words of comfort. One sunny morning, as Poppy strolled by a tranquil brook, she noticed a distraught snail named Sidney struggling to cross a small bridge. Sidney had always been the slowest of the grove's inhabitants, but that never mattered until now. Poppy, with her heart full of kindness, couldn't bear to see Sidney struggle. She gracefully glided over to Sidney, her feathers cascading behind her like a waterfall of jewels. "Hello, Sidney," she greeted him with her usual warmth. "It seems you're having a bit of trouble crossing the bridge. Can I be of assistance?" Sidney gazed at Poppy with appreciation, his spiral eyes shimmering with tears. "Oh dear Poppy, I'd be most grateful for your help. You see, the bridge is just a bit too wide for me to cross without assistance." Without a moment's hesitation, Poppy offered her splendid tail feathers as a bridge for Sidney to cross. Sidney, feeling both humbled and touched, slowly made his way across Poppy's feathers. As he reached the other side, he looked back at her with gratitude in his eyes. "You are truly a kind and gracious peacock, Poppy," Sidney said, his voice filled with admiration. "Thank you for your help." Poppy simply smiled and continued on her way, feeling content knowing she had made a difference in Sidney's day. She often said that small acts of kindness could illuminate the darkest corners of the heart. As days turned into weeks and weeks into months, Poppy's reputation for kindness grew. She was known far and wide as the polite peacock with a heart as resplendent as her plumage. But as Poppy continued to prioritize the well-being of others, she began to neglect her own. One morning, as Poppy admired her reflection in the crystal-clear waters of the grove's pond, she noticed that her once shimmering feathers appeared a bit lackluster. There were faint signs of wear and tear, and she realized that she had been so focused on spreading kindness to others that she had forgotten to take care of herself. The realization weighed heavily on Poppy, and she knew she had to make a change. With a sigh, she decided to seek guidance from the wise old owl, Oliver, who was known for his sage advice. She found Oliver perched on a gnarled oak tree, his round eyes sparkling with intelligence. Poppy explained her dilemma, her voice tinged with worry. "I've been so focused on being polite and kind to others that I've forgotten to take care of myself. My feathers, once so magnificent, are starting to lose their luster. What should I do?" Oliver, with his characteristic wisdom, responded, "Dear Poppy, kindness to oneself is as important as kindness to others. Take time for self-care and restoration. Rest your wings, nourish your spirit, and let your inner light shine. When you're filled with self-love, your kindness will radiate even brighter." With a newfound sense of determination, Poppy took Oliver's advice to heart. She started by dedicating time to rest and self-care, which included preening her feathers, indulging in quiet moments of meditation, and practicing deep breaths to calm her spirit. As the weeks passed, Poppy's feathers began to regain their dazzling vibrancy, and she felt a renewed sense of vitality. She also continued to spread kindness to others, but this time she balanced it with kindness to herself. Poppy's story became a cherished tale in the Enchanted Grove, serving as a gentle reminder to the children and creatures of the importance of self-care and self-love. Her radiant plumage glistened as she pranced through the meadows, her heart brimming with kindness, and her spirit renewed. In her graceful demeanor, the grove's inhabitants saw not only the embodiment of politeness, but also the true essence of inner and outer beauty. To be continued. Thanks a bunch for sharing this adventure with us. We had a blast, and we hope you did too. Remember to give that like button a friendly tap and hit the subscribe button, so you won't miss out on more fantastic tales and giggles. Can't wait to see you again soon for another round of storytime fun.